So X, how's it feel getting back out there and with the new group?
It's good, man. Always good to get back to work. Definitely a different experience. You got more guys, a lot of more rotation in, so we all just getting accustomed to it and just working.
With the new rotations and the new guys coming, anybody out here early that's like looking like they're going to be a contender to play a little bit?
I mean, everybody is. Everybody's looking good. Everybody is at the same level, I would say, right now. And then, everybody knows we don't have any starters or nothing like that. So everybody's just out there working and everybody looking good.
Early in the spring, anything you're coming out trying to work on your game specifically this time of the year?
It's just mostly my body. I would say heavy a little bit last year. So my main thing this year was lowering my body weight and just basically rocking everything up. That's mostly it.
I know everything's still kind of earlier in spring ball, but is this defense going to be more of a 4-3 base that you played previously, or are you going to stick with 3-3-5?
I would say we always vary everything up, so it's going to be a lot of different looks that we put out there and show different offenses.
Do you expect the defensive line to have more numbers, more production than we saw a year ago?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always get that experience from last year, which is always good, so definitely going to be a lot of improvements.
After a pretty solid freshman year, do you feel like just on an individual basis, do you feel like you maybe underachieved Xavier in some regards last year? Were you a little disappointed maybe in how your season as an individual went?
Yeah, I mean, I always hold myself to a higher standard and definitely didn't achieve what I wanted to accomplish last year. But, I mean, you have to get back to work and you have to keep a level head regardless if I did great or if I did bad, and just come back and get back to work.
Are you arguably as hungry as you've ever been getting back into spring practice and ready to maybe show the world what your ceiling is and what you can really do?
I would say definitely. I mean, I definitely got that edge back to me that I had my freshman year.
What was maybe lacking in the edge last year, do you feel?
I would say, personally, I mean, I didn't really put this out in the public, but I mean, I kind of got that in like a big head, I would say, like an entitled mindset last year coming off my good freshman that I had. And I just got kind of, like I said, the big head a little bit. So definitely humbling myself and definitely getting back to work.
Well, how do you go about humbling yourself? Did the coaches talk to you, some of your teammates, your family members, or does it just come from inside to where you realized there was maybe an issue and you had to make some changes to make yourself as good as you could be?
I would say definitely internal. I mean, only I know like how my mindset was last year and how it's going to be this year.
Did the scheme affect your numbers, in your opinion?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm not really an excuse type of guy, so I mean, it really was just got to put my work in and be better.
What has Coach Hall and Coach Venables really been on you about?
Just basically improving my knowledge and my technique. I mean, of course the talent and everything's there. Just basically being more physical and just focusing in on the knowledge standpoint, watching a lot more film, and just focusing in on my technique.
Have you feel from a mental standpoint like you've maybe not mastered it, but at least come a long way since when you first got
here? Definitely. I've definitely made some improvements ever since this year started, when we started back working and running workouts.
Do you kind of feel like in any regard, maybe this is almost your defense now? Your first year there, you had all those great defensive linemen. Last year it was kind of the back end, and Isaiah got a lot of the shine. Seems like you're a guy that could really kind of be the breakout star of this unit this year.
I mean, you can say that, but I mean, we have a lot of great guys over here. There's anybody could be a breakout player this year, and I feel like we're going to have a lot of that on our defensive side of the ball.
Do you feel like there's any chance at all this defense is going to skip a beat? You guys have just had such a great history under Venables of just reloading and not rebuilding. Is that going to be the case, do you feel, this year with the personnel?
Always. I feel like we'll be a lot more better defense than we were last year. I mean, you got a lot of experience coming back. Of course, you lose some guys like AJ and Isaiah, but we definitely got a lot of people returning, and we got a lot of experience coming back.
Has your biggest thing for self-improvement physically kind of been all about stopping the run, making yourself more of a complete player? You really made a name for yourself as a freshman, as a great pass rusher. Mm-hmm. Is that the main thing, is becoming a more complete player moving forward?
I mean, yes, of course, that's always the goal. But I mean, like I said, it really was just like a mental thing with me and just to get my body back right and in the best shape that you can be.
Probably a lot of eyes on you this year, a lot of expectations. People are waiting for you to have that breakout year. Do you enjoy that extra burden? Is it an extra burden, or do you kind of like that a lot of eyes are upon you as much probably as any player on this roster?
I mean, I would say it's there, but then again, I don't really try to pay attention to that. I just basically try to get better with my guys every day and just put my head down and go to work.
You think as you've gotten older, you just kind of figured out how to handle the distractions and the things that come off the field?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just experiencing that throughout your journey here is a lot of different things you got to grow maturely wise, and I guess definitely has pretty hard, I would say.
Is it putting on the extra weight? Is that something you've been trying to do all summer? And is it something? How hard is it to put on extra weight and not lose that step of speed that you have?
Yeah, I mean, earlier, I guess you missed it, but I'm trying to get back down to a weight that I want Right now I'm about around 265, 270 right now. I'm trying to get back down to about 255 so I can get basically all my stuff that I had basically at my freshman year, my speed and my burst and things like that, so I can move the way I want to move.
We don't get to see a whole lot of them on the field, obviously, as media members, but just your first impressions of Murphy and Brzee and Capehart. I mean, those are some really good-sized guys. I mean, even as big as you are, it seems like those guys as 18-year-olds are just maybe another level physically, just walking off the team bus into their first practices.
Yeah, definitely. Them guys are very big. I mean, but they came in, everybody's going to work, and they're very talented-looking guys, and they're learning the defense, and we'll just go from there.
When you have young, highly regarded guys like that coming in for the first time, does that push the veterans? I mean, do they look around and go, wow, I thought I was gifted. Look how gifted these guys are. Now, whether they'll reach their ceiling or not, who knows? But it seems like they have a high ceiling, again, just over their first couple of workouts.
Yeah, everybody pushes each other. I mean, you got the rookies in pushing the vets, and you got the vets pushing the rookies. I mean, that's just how it was when I came in and Cleveland and Austin was here. We always push each other.
Thank you.